Hey my babies, and how are you all doing? Hope you guys are doing fine. Hope you're doing great. Hope everywhere marama, hope everywhere stewer. Welcome back, babies. Guys, do not forget to subscribe to this channel and make sure your notification bell is steadily on while at it. And also do not forget to give me a huge thumbs up and then share this video. Thank you. So you guys, Wahala be like bicycle on the social space right now. Why is that? It is because the podcast Mshini had, with one of the guy I have enjoyed his interview, his podcast, yeah. She had this podcast and then she said something about how her child was being dragged. I remember there was a time, months back or maybe last month or thereabout that I discussed with you guys. It was in April, yes, in April that I discussed that with you guys where she was on live and then she reviewed that they were dragging her child because people were saying that they want to see her mom because she was with her mom that day and they said they want to see her mom and then she was like, no ways, nobody is seeing her family because the child, they were literally dragging her on the social space. So she came on this podcast and she reviewed how her child was dragged and then she said, why would you be dragging my child? You can come for me, do not come for my family. The reason why you're coming for me, is it because of a show that just again we played, so she said all of that and this really stirred so much brows on the social space. So when the guy whom she had that podcast with, right, posted on his page, these are the comments on this guy's what was it called, when he posted podcast with Mshini about bullying, whatever, and then people were dropping videos, about what happened in the house, look at what you did to sweet Guluva, knowing fully well he is dating. People were just bringing that, trying to bring whatever happened in the house on the comment section of that guy. It was a drama going on left, right, and center. But you guys, do you think anything justify dragging these people family to whatever happened on the show? Because if you ask me, I think this is totally bad. I have been ringing this thing like an alarm. I have been sounding it time without numbers. You see these people go on this show, they come out, next thing they are so scared to showcase themselves with their family. Why? Because if they do, the next thing is their family will see themselves being dragged on the socials, knowing fully well they are not the one that even went for the show. They did not even go for a reality TV. Nothing. But they received this drag like there is no tomorrow. So they've been dropping so many videos from the house, of what transpired. And most of those things that transpired, it's between Mshini and Ashley. Most of the receipts and the videos being dropped in the comments are from Ashley fans and the Guluva fans, the shippers, the sweet ass shippers, that said so she was mocking Ashley for being a virgin. A man wants to, whatever. They started posting the videos. But I do not think if she said all of this, is still justified dragging her child. I'm not still gonna accept that. We just arrived says a bully playing victim. Has she even apologized about the lies she told about Ashley inside the house and when she came out? The insult she threw at Guluva unprovoked. Okay, so pathetic to even lie about your daughter's picture being circulated. Just make yourself a victim. People dragged you, not your daughter. Stop lying. Now, so whilst all of this drag was going on, right? And then when she revealed and said her daughter was being dragged to this, and that it was really so painful, and she revealed it was her mom that even sent the link to her. When she said this, I was like, if her daughter was dragged, how come I did not see it as a blogger that deep, like I dig deep on this baby street. In as much as I dig deep, I must not see everything, yes. But I'm like, if they definitely really drag, the way they drag things and exaggerate things, it would have actually filled up everywhere. It definitely means the drag was not that much from everyone. I was just trying to reason. But guess what, guys? Someone did drag her child, and I will show you guys on this video. But before we get there, I will read this from Charles. It says, bullying is only now wrong when you suddenly find yourself being the recipient of a war you started. Unfortunately, the pity editorial won't work because people watched you plotting and scheming and being racist towards a housemate with glee. Remember that whatsoever anyone reap, the person shall harvest in multiples. This big brother thing is okay. Look at people going through all this just because of a game. People should calm down and stop this nonsense. People have turned into witches and wizards because of Big Brother. When I was saying it, people thought it was a joke. When I was saying people has turned to something else because of this show, you people thought it was a joke. You thought Mimi was just ranting or just yapping. The things we see on the social streets, the things I've seen with my eyes, not just even when I go to the social spaces, other social spaces, even the things I see, even in my own comments, my video comments, forget it. People has literally lost their senses. Okay, and then someone said, so that podcast is used for victimizing yourself by this housemate. Then there is Ashley who got there and started preaching the word of God. Yes, it was that podcast she went to, and that was the reason why I even like the podcast. I love the guys' interaction with Ashley Ogo. You know, when they had that podcast, it was one of the most interesting podcasts I came across this season. We just arrived says nobody has been dragged or trolled more than Ashley Post show. No one, not just by BB fans, but the general public too. The evidence is there, but she has acknowledged her bad behavior in the house and apologized. She didn't come out and act like she has amnesia or have to make up stories about family members being harassed for public sympathy. These other housemates are pathetic and all following the same script. When all fails, lie about fans dragging your child or parent. Now, Mshini did not lie. Mshini did not lie. That truly did happen. I will share with you guys here. Like, they literally post her daughter and yap nonsense on it. Okay, this person says the funny thing is with everyone else, it was just a show. The show is over, get over it. But for Ashley, the same doesn't apply. That time, she's the only one who has acknowledged and apologized for her out of character behavior while still in the house and even outside. So people feel like Ashley is the only one who has come out and say, okay, whatever I did in the house, I think it was wrong. But others find it difficult, and yet the same person they still point accusing fingers to is still Ashley. So only Ashley can be held accountable for the things she said and did in the house. She is the only one to also admit her wrongs and apologize numerous times. These housemates want us to forget all the foul shit they did and said, quick to play victim when reminded of their actions in the Big Brother house. But the truth is, each of the housemates played their game, right? They had issues with who they want to have issues with, and you guys stand whoever you want to stand. But please, you guys should not tell me that anything justify bringing in someone's child, a girl of 4 years old, into the picture. Come on. Anyways, when Mandy told her she lacks introspection, she said she introduced herself. Oh my god, this person just took me back to the house. I remember when Mandy was having issue with Mshini, and she was like, you need to introspect yourself, and then she'd be like, yes, I introduced myself. Okay, they see Ashley's money growing, and now they are all crying from one podcast to another for a little bit of pity. I know the script. After she lost 700,000, they were happy and laughing. Now she is back to 600,000 rands in your faces. So you think they are jealous of her money? Remember, this podcast happened before the money or the amount was revealed. It's just that they just publicized this podcast recently. I have never seen the drags on this app, or I missed them. I am not active on BB Facebook streets. Did they drag her child? You know, I think it wasn't on Twitter streets that the dragging did happen. It was on Facebook. People were like, so many people were like, no, her child was not dragged, because if her child was dragged, everybody would see it here. It was just going on and on. While people were complaining, like, okay, no, nobody did drag. Someone says four in one cannot go stoop that low. But there is something somebody said that I like. Guys, just because we didn't bring her child into drag doesn't mean other people didn't. Every fan base has toxic fans. There is probably some people who dragged her child in other apps. It doesn't mean that she is lying. Exactly what... Oh my God, these are the things I say. That is why when I tell you guys something and you start telling me, Mimi, our fan base cannot do that. Mimi, our fan base cannot do that. I look at you guys and smile. You know why? Because you know about yourself. In a fan base filled up with different people, different personality, how do you know what they can do? You yourself might not do it. Can you vouch for the next person? You see this person right here, just spill it real. I love people who stand this housemate and yet they are still real to themselves. This is how you know real people. So talking about that, truly her child was dragged. It is so unfortunate, but this is true. Yes. This is her child. She was dragged openly. Yes, somebody posted her child and says, young Tikoloshi, she already lacked father figure because her father is a, you see, and her mother is a, and I'm just keeping the two words because I don't want to say with my mouth. I am telling you, thank God her face is covered here, but when this person made this post, the face was not covered. Somebody got created in his own likeness and image, used the mouth you use in eating, to say this to a child. What has this child done to you? Why do you people hate these people so deep that you can do anything to them? Some of you guys can literally even put something in their food because you don't like them. What did they do to you? I watched them on TV. What they did to my favor, I don't like it. They deserve this, they deserve that. Are you even perfect? Are you even perfect? I saw this because I was also doubting, like, who dragged her child until this pops up. It was even one of her fans who shared it and said, this is it. And then this person says Mshini's sin was standing up for herself when her mother and ancestors got insulted. So basically, Mshini had to keep quiet because the person she was fighting with has a big fan base more than her. Soze. And then Ket says she harassed Sweet Guluva and Ashley even behind their backs. She is disrespectful and a bully. That won't like her friends, Nsuku. This must be the lesson for her. This must not be a lesson, please. That does not justify her child being included. I think you should not say that. And then somebody says, was it not your fave who started by insulting Mshini's mother and her ancestor? And then they were just arguing about it. This other one said, no, the same thing they did to, you guys, the thing is, you're dragging Mshini to this thing, yes, and you're saying what she did in the house, and all you're saying about what she did in the house was about Sweet Guluva, right? But that does not justify her daughter should be imputed in this township drama, in this whatever that is going on. Because if you ask me, last night, that was a game. It has happened. It has passed. These people are outside. Can they face the business that pay them without being dragged to field, without their family being inclusive? Some people would even use their unborn child to it. So pathetic. So damn pathetic. Someone says, I'm not saying the bullying is right, but she insulted Ashley too on that day. She started the fight. She went behind her friend, capping rubbish to people who don't like her friend. Bonnie even asked her if she has told Ashley all this. You guys are bringing everything that happened in the house. All of those drama happened in the house. People had issues, but this one is just beyond, honestly. She bullied Mshini for being a mother. She bullied KB for being a victim of, rape, and said it was her fault. And people still loved her for that. Obviously, those people that love her would do what? The same way they dragged Jojo's entire family and bullied Muzi, Sipali, and Swiss. So now, they said you guys supporting Ashley are actually way worse than her. So because of she did something in the house, then she should not get love or she should not receive love. That was why so many people said that you people, most of you all feel like when she comes outside of the house, she would not receive love. And now her bagging gigs back to back is really paining most of you all. Now I believe that, because how can you really wish she would not get love? And now you're making those who are standing her feel guilty because they are standing somebody who has actually done the worst in this life. You people need to be calming down, honestly. Tando says, okay, B is shading Ashley because she got a fire emoji from a man. Literally, that's the only thing that tickles her fancy. You guys, oh, yo. Anyways, guys, the drama is just so hot on the social space, right? And I am leaving the rest for you guys. Tell me, what do you think about this? Do you think anything justify using somebody's child or using this housemate's family members, using their mom for drugs? Do you think it is right? Let me know your 2 cents in the comment section. Thank you so much for always sailing with me, and please do not forget to like and share this video. Bye for now, babies.